Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how to start a Vinted reselling account. I mean, this is completely a real guide on how to. I'm not going to be faking nothing, be telling you realistic results and how much money you're realistically going to make in your first week, your first month. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so step number one, what you want to do is obviously create the Vinted account. You obviously want to download Vinted, create the account, make sure that's an email that you use often. It's not just a throwaway email. You need to be using your actual personal email. If you want to create maybe a new email for this, sure, but you have to be looking at that email a lot and regularly to know what's going on with your orders. Okay, so as soon as you download the app, or even before you download the app, let's go. We've already done step one, download the app. Step two, now you want to figure out what you're going to sell. Okay, there's obviously loads of brands out there that you can start selling, like Nike, Adidas, Zara, Ralph Lauren, Stussy, and all of them right there. And they're all really good, and I use some of them to resell myself. But you want something that works for you. Maybe you know a lot about Ralph Lauren. So yeah, my personal brands that I use to resell are Zara, Ralph Lauren, and Nike. Those are my three main ones. My main one is Zara. My second main one, my best margins are Ralph Lauren, but my quick, easy, like a lot of sales, Zara for sure. More profitable as well, I would say. Now you can obviously go for more expensive brands as well, which is more high ticket reselling. Mine is more the low ticket reselling, but the only reason I do mine is because it's very efficient. Like you can get a lot of sales, so you can maybe bulk order them on Vinted, bring in about 10 Zara quarter zips, as that's a trend, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So 10 Zara quarter zips, and then you can make around £10 profit on all of them. So that's £100 profit throughout the week, with obviously other orders you're obviously managing as well. But yeah, as I just said, trends are a big thing to know what to sell. So right now, obviously, Zara quarter zips are definitely very popular, so that's why I'm doing that myself. Ralph Lauren, very popular. The very smart look is favorited right now for sure throughout the reselling and just the purchasing side of things. But what I would recommend you to do is go for something low ticket first, get to know it. So the thing in my head when I started to resell was, if I spend £50 on a jacket and I put it on the website and it doesn't really get any views, it gets that one favorite, and then I need to go down and down and down, and it's sitting in my wardrobe for months. That's obviously it's not a huge risk, but it's still a risk. Like, you just lost £50, which could be around 4-5 quarter zips, and you can make for definite profit. That's the thing about Zara quarter zips. You can make 100% profit off that. And I'm telling you my thing right now, so I might even be creating some competition on Vinted. I don't know, but it's worth it. Yes, so my overall thing is I go on Vinted. I don't type up quarter zips, to be honest. It normally just is on my For You page, and I get the best results. As soon as I see a quarter zip for £5, £6, £7, I purchase it. If it's for £10, £9, £8, I'm not going to go for it, but I'm going to send an offer for £7. Normally they do get accepted, so I'm going to purchase that for around £10 after the shipping and everything. And then when it arrives at the post office or the in-post locker, I'm going to collect it and I'm going to put it up for around £18 to £19, maybe £21, which is decent profits at £10 profit if it's like £8 including shipping. So yeah, it's not too bad. And if you get like 7 of them a week, then you made around £70 to £100 of just profit, which is really good. Now, what I do want to tell you is that might seem low, but all the YouTubers on YouTube that say, here's how to make 10,000 in a month, or here's how to make 5,000 in a month through Vinted reselling, it's not true at all. Like, so me, a weekly, I make around £180 revenue. Okay, so revenue, £180. That's revenue, okay? You can make 5,000 in a month revenue. Profit is very different. These people that go into their room with a massive bulk of Vinted clothing and they throw it on the ground and they've got all the packaging around them, they've got a printer scanner and I've watched all the videos, okay, trust me. Yeah, and it's all on the floor, a bunch, it's a bulk. And they said they spent 10,000 on this bulk, which is probably true, they probably did. But then they're going to resell it for revenue at 12,000 over a month or two. And if you really think about that, 3,000 over a month or two, that's lower than a full-time job. Like, it's a good side hustle, you're making a good amount, but it's still like 1,500 a month, which obviously they're saying they're making 10,000, which they are, they're not lying, that's why they say it. But in revenue, okay, in profit, it's very, very different. So look out for that when you see 10,000 in sales. Again, it is correct, but it's same with, you know, stuff like Shopify. People say they make 50,000 a month, but not only they're making like 10,000 profit, which is very good. Yeah, but reselling, I'm honestly sure, I don't think anyone, unless they have employees, unless they have like an actual warehouse business, I don't think anyone is making 5 to 10,000 a month of reselling. Like none of these people on YouTube. Revenue, yes, but profit, no. Okay, but let's go back to the steps. So now once you've got an item and a brand that you want to sell, now you can start purchasing. Okay, so go on Vinted, do the search, and filter it to, if you're doing Zara quarter zips, to £10 is the max. That's all you want to pay, £10. Ralph Lauren, what you want to do is to £15, and anything under that, you need to be careful. You know what? Let me get my laptop up and let me show you. Okay, so we're on Vinted right now. Okay, this is my official page right here. And now you'll be saying quarter zips for these ones, but what you want to look for is Zara. This one right here, you might be like, oh, like it looks good, you know, but let's click on it. And it probably is good, like it's in good condition, but it's Tommy Hilfiger, which you don't want to go for. But when I first started, I got the Tommy Hilfiger quarter zip for, I think I purchased like £18. Yeah, like it completely flopped, and I lost, I think, about £8 off just that. And then I bought another one, I lost like £5. I bought another one, lost like £4, and another one £4. But that was when I just started. I'm telling you, you're gonna make mistakes, but I'm here telling you how to not make the same mistakes that I did. Okay, so yeah, we go here. Don't get this one, it's bad. Also, look for the size. If it's XL, don't get it. Okay, once I had an XL for like 2 weeks, it didn't sell. Had to end up getting only that £4 profit, so it's not worth it. But let's go back to Vinted, the home page. So we're seeing Ralph Lauren right here. You click on it, but it's £15. We don't want to go for that. And also, what you want to look for is it was uploaded a week ago. If it's uploaded a week ago and there's so many favorites and it's only got 16, it's not good. So we can instantly click off that, like instantly. We don't even want to see that on our screen again. Okay, so these are all the orders that I've bought, and you can see that they're literally only £10, under £10, and that's it. That's all I get. Okay, so you can see men's black quarter zip, another quarter zip, another quarter zip, quarter zip, quarter zip, quarter zip, quarter zip, and then a Ralph Lauren and a quarter zip. These are all literally £10 or below. I think maybe with the Ralph Lauren, let me double check. I'm pretty sure maybe it's above. Yeah, so £15 for this one right here is very, very good. We're going to sell this for around £25, maybe £29, and make a good like £10–15 profit, which isn't bad. Yeah, so that's just a quick show of what you have to look for and what you don't look for, and instantly click off when you see a week ago or XL or satisfactory or maybe even good, but double check if it's in good condition or very good condition. Just double check that. If it's in very good, get it. Like new, get it. Used, but you know, if it's like brand new without tags, brand new with tags, get it if it's a good price. So make sure to look out for that. Okay, now packaging. When I first started, I made a bit of a mistake. I went to my local post office and bought just a normal packaging bag for, I think it was like £5. One packaging bag for £5. I was like, there has to be an easier way. Went on Amazon, typed up mailing bags, and found like 25 of them for £5. So yeah, make sure to get that. Always get the medium one. If you're doing quarter zips, they always fit into medium. Maybe even small, but just get the medium just in case. Get 25 of them, 50 of them. Right now, literally, I've got over here, I've got 100 of them for I think £6, literally. So yeah, and make sure to do that. Also, I've actually got this I need to go post this today, like in a minute, when I finish this video. So when you do this, another good thing is, if you're getting a lot of orders, just get a pen and write on it what it is. So this is grey jeans, and there we go. And then normally, just put it somewhere. I put it on top of my wardrobe, and then there's just been a bunch there. And then I take the one that I need, and I go to the post office. I send it. So now let's talk about payments. Obviously, Vinted does have a balance, so you can keep all the money that you've had in there. It's actually decent, I'm not gonna lie. There's some times where I've been like, maybe I should keep all my money in there. But to be honest, I had a new bank account open with Monzo, so I put it all into there, the main balance bit. But make sure you're keeping track of your orders. That's the most important thing. If you want to know your profit, you have to be keeping track. So I have in my gallery photos and when I sold them, how much I sold them for, how much I bought them for, just to keep track of all the numbers, because it gets very confusing. You don't know how much profit, you don't know how much to spend. If you want to put a bit of profit to something else, it's going to be a bit hard. So yeah, definitely keep track of that. Opening a new bank account is worth it, trust me. Okay, so let's talk about how much you're going to make on your first day, on your first week, and how much startup cost it actually is. Now, the thing that I love with Vinted reselling, it's honestly the cheapest startup possible. Okay, I've tried drop shipping. It's cheap, but it's not. You need ads. You need to pay for ads on Facebook, TikTok. You need to do all of this stuff. It's not that cheap. You can't start with £20. Vinted, you can actually start with packaging, shipping, items. £15 you can start and create your reselling business. So at £15 you can create that. Now in the first day you're not going to make anything because you just purchased an item, obviously. In the first week, if you're actually only starting with £15, you're going to make around £8 to £10 profit. And then with that you can buy another item, make another £8 to £10 profit, and then buy 2, buy 3, buy 6, buy 10. Then you can do all this a week. It depends how busy you are in the week, but it does take quite a lot of time to go to the post office, to get the locker, to ship it, but it's not that bad. Like for me, it depends. Like in post, it's maybe around 15-minute walk there and back. So in total, 30 minutes, which isn't too bad. Like in post, don't select that as your only delivery option, but it should be your priority for sure. Like in post is very, very easy. You just go to the locker. You don't need to ask them to print off a label for you. No, just go to the locker, put it in, send it, and it's done. Same with picking it up. It's easy, never closes, so you can go get it at like midnight if you're coming home from work. That's what I've done. So yeah, on your first week, you're most likely gonna make £10 profit. In revenue, probably around £20, okay, for your first week. Your second one is gonna go up a bit. So we're talking about profit here, not revenue. It's gonna go maybe around 15, then 30, then 40, then 50, then 60, and it's normally gonna go up by 10 each week. Then if you do a massive bulk, you can get up to like 120 that week, which is really good. Okay, so now let's talk about, you maybe heard about bulk buys. What I talk about bulk is when you go on Vinted and you buy 7 items in the span of 2 hours and they arrive in like basically the same day, maybe 2 different days but around the same time. But there's a thing called a wholesale bulk where you go onto websites like Vintage, Wholesale, but basically people are selling. There's actually an offer for 50 Ralph Lauren knits, like quarter zips and everything, and it sells for I think £180. Now I did some calculations, that was around £17 per quarter zip, or obviously the knit sweaters. And now that's decent. You can definitely make profit off that, maybe like £10 profit. But in total, when you buy the £880 bundle, you're going to make around £260 profit it was, which again, it's not like crazy, but that's just showing you that these people in reselling saying they're making 5,000 a month is false. They're making like 500, 1,000 a month, maybe 1,500 if they're really, really lucky. But at 1,500 again, you most likely need employees, you need to do all this and all that. You need a warehouse, you need a whole restocking room, and it comes with a lot of expenses. So yeah, if you do want to buy the bundle, that's fine. It's definitely easier because it's only one click away. You don't have to be scouting Vinted like 24/7, which you need to be doing to really find the best orders. But yeah, also I do want to say, when you're scouting Vinted, be very careful because it's very competitive. Like again, these wholesales that do £880 bulks, they're basically scouting Vinted the exact same time as you. So they're also looking for cheap items so they can make a profit. So that Ralph Lauren, that's £17 per on the £880 bulk, they've brought for around probably £10 because they're scouting Vinted. They're doing the exact same thing as you, so it's just who gets there first. And a lot of times I've got there, it says uploaded literally a minute ago or uploaded just now. It's already sold because someone just took it. But there is times where you'll log on and you'll see the item and you'll get it and you'll purchase it and it's fine. But yeah, just be careful of that. And a lot of times it does say that it's in someone's basket or like it's processing in a payment right now. And that is basically, I found that a lot and it is annoying, but it's not that someone's got it in that basket. You just got to give it some time. And then after 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 7 minutes, it's very, very vague, but you just have to be there clicking purchase, purchase, purchase because there's someone else doing the exact same thing as you. Okay, so restocking, we've obviously talked about the bulks, the normal Vinted reselling. So there's another one called, this is more for shoes, sometimes for clothes, but more for shoes. And if you actually want to check this out like in detail, I actually made a video of my first time doing this restock where I went to the Nike factory and there's a thing called the back wall where it's either 50 or 30% discount and you can get brand new shoes. Okay, so I literally got these brand new shoes for, it was £38 for these brand new shoes. Okay, look, there and down there and there. Brand new, completely brand new, nothing else. And you just upload them on Vinted, brand new, and yeah, they're going for around, I think £80, 70 to £80. Bought them £38, so perfect. So yeah, definitely do that one. You can just try these things out. On your first time going, I would recommend, just like me, my first time, buying 1-2 pairs. I bought 2, so I think just stick to 2 so you can make a decent margin of profit. So yeah, another restock method is going to charity shops. Now, I have thought about this and I have tried it, but it's very hit and miss with charity shops. One, you're going outside and it takes a lot more time. Maybe like 5 hours, 6 hours to get a couple things that you might even find, you might not find. And it's very rare. Personally, what I would say out of all the things that I just talked about to restock, the main thing is when you're first starting off, stick to Vinted. Okay, scout the For You page, get your For You page into the way that you want so you can see all these items and get the algorithm that suits your selling best. It's way easier. If you think about it, it takes around 3 hours to go to a charity shop, scout it to see how it is. If you're walking past one on the high street, sure, you can go check, have a look, but to spend a whole day going to different charity shops to try to find good deals when you could just be doing it on your phone, it kind of makes no sense. And you can do it on your phone, on the bus, at home, at work, on your break, anywhere you want. It's literally right there, and they're most likely going to be cheaper. Okay, now another thing is where to post these items. So I'd recommend when you're first starting off, just keep it to Vinted, and then you can slowly start to put them onto eBay, to Depop, onto all of those websites. The thing is with eBay, I've never really liked eBay, and even now I don't really like it too much. Like today I got a notification that these shoes got taken down because apparently they were fake and counterfeit, even though I made a video of literally me going to the Nike factory and buying them, and I have the receipt and everything. So it's annoying because sometimes items do get taken down off eBay. Vinted, that doesn't happen. Depop, again, to be honest, I'm banned on Depop, so I actually can't use it. But Vinted, yeah, that does not happen. Vinted is, to me, the superior selling website, and you can really create a brand on Vinted. But if you do want to put it on all websites to get more acknowledgement, then go for it, for sure. Okay, but another thing that I do just want to add, and this will be the last thing, is tiny details do actually work. Okay, so say like, so this packaging right here, I don't have any, but I need to restock on some. Is some flashcards or any piece of paper. Just make sure the paper looks nice. You can write on it, thank you for purchasing. If you enjoyed the service, then a review would be appreciated. That's literally exactly what I wrote, and I put them in, and I got way more reviews than I do, say like now. But for this one, I do now when I don't have flashcards to put any writing in. Or what I do, I spray like a bit of cologne in and a bit of fragrance just to make it smell nice. So it's not just, it doesn't smell like just clothes, you know. It smells, it has a bit more aesthetic to it. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this, and I don't want to see any comments saying I'm going to try this next week, I'm going to try this in 2 weeks. Start now, download Vinted right now, get your profile done, get a nice profile picture, get a nice bio, and yeah. Also, hold on, what I do want to say is for the descriptions, keep it simple. Don't have a massive AI description saying this lovely sweater manufactured in the 2018. No one cares. No one cares, okay? Keep it simple, keep it short. All I say on my thing is the Zara quarter zip. I don't even say size medium because it's already there. Zara quarter zip, 1 to 2 day shipping time, perfect condition, and then smoke-free home. That's all I say. 4 lines and that's it. Upload it and you'll get favorites, you'll get views, because no one cares. No one wants to read a whole description about where and when this was manufactured. No one cares, okay? So yeah, keep it simple. But yeah, guys, again, hope you enjoyed this video. Start right now, download Vinted, get your first item sold or buy your first item. Seriously, it doesn't take long, it doesn't take much effort. Do it right now, okay, as soon as you leave this video. And also keep me updated in the comments. How's it going on your Vinted reselling? Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one, and goodbye.